Good morning, you listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. I'm outside of Adairsville, Georgia, and I'm with Thomas Baert, the president of CFL Creative Floors. Thomas, how you doing?
Doing great, Kemp. Welcome to CFL USA.
It's very impressive. We'll get to that in just a minute. First, you are finally released from the COVID sequestering, I guess, in Belgium. You've had to be kind of locked down there, haven't you?
Exactly. It's like coming out of a prison after 15 months, finally being able to go out again, meet with customers, see the great things that our teams have been building up in the last 15 months. But because basically, even though COVID times have been very difficult times, we have not slowed down. Actually, we have accelerated investments worldwide, and the world has been moving on.
I know Zoom enabled us to at least keep things moving, but I've got to imagine what it's been like for you, the major investments that you've put in here at this facility, and then you finally get to come see it in person. So I've got to think that it's been an exciting few days that you've now come here to see this, right?
Yeah, very exciting, but on the other hand, very tough to the team because we were basically not able to execute a plan that we originally had to be able to send an American team over to China or to Asia so that was not possible, and the other way around was also not possible. It all has to be done virtual, but surprisingly things are working.
So let me set the listener here to tell me exactly where I am. Highway 41 used to be called the Dixie Highway. We're about 2 miles from Shaw's massive modular carpet tile plant. You're just up the road here, and this is a massive facility. How big is it?
Well, we have a land of 63 acres. We have made a very clear decision that for us coming to the United States and setting up a factory here is not just a little exercise, putting our toes in the water, but to do it in a real meaningful way. We've immediately built a facility of close to 700,000 square feet, and we have enough space to expand to whatever we want to achieve. So we're going full speed, and customers seem to like it, and we're excited.
700,000 square feet with the ability to go to 1.4 million square feet if the trajectory of rigid LVT continues the way it has. This is going to be focused on rigid LVT. Most people might not know, but CFL was the inventor of SPC a long time ago. You have factories in Vietnam, China, Taiwan, and here, and all of them are on the upper end scale. And in walking through, as I did just a minute ago, I see equipment from all over the world, German-made, Chinese-made, American-made, obviously a big American flag hanging from the ceiling. When is production going to start here?
We should be up and running by the end of August. We're going to go step by step. Everything is about quality, and speed is important, but we never lose the focus on quality. We have a top lab. Everything here, you just saw that as well. You see all the tests that we do. So being 100% sure about what we're doing. But the answer to your question is the end of August.
Mm-hmm. All right. And that obviously it will ramp up. Most of the raw materials that you'll use will come from here in the United States, right?
That's correct. We still have to bring in foils. Fortunately, there's no local printers. But for the rest, it's a true made in the United States product.
Well, one of the things that you can tell from this place, this is not going to be a low-end factory. It's got natural light, high ceilings, chillers for dimensional stability. It's going to be making very innovative products. So that's one of your core competencies, is that you want to be one of the best innovators from a product perspective, right?
Absolutely, Kemp. And although we're all very excited about SPC, we as a company truly believe that SPC is not the end of the world, and that as industry will possibly become more a commodity in the future, there has even more than ever a need for innovation. And this will be produced in different facilities around the world. We will produce that based on the competence that is where. So we think that for customers to be able to make money long term, they got to have the right mix of products. And I think that's where we are really able to differentiate ourselves from our competitors. We are leading innovation. The amount of different products we're bringing to market now is allowing our customers to also continue the product lines non-USA made. So we believe in the mix to navigate within trade wars and a more complex world of transport costs that go sky high. So within this world, we are able to look for optimal choices.
You supply the world with rigid LVT, and I think just over half of your consumption is focused on this country. Let's talk a little bit about what I'm seeing in the showroom here for a second. You have a beautiful showroom set up, and most everything I see is the wood look. And I think to win in this game, it's got to be realistic. And I think that was the initial driver for why this took off. Then, obviously, waterproof became a big factor, and you led there. And now you're focused in an area that's going to probably set you apart as well, and that's about sound absorption. That's something that you've now focused on as well. So you continue to drive innovation, right?
Well, we absolutely believe that as good SPC and as good as hard surface is, with all the benefits of waterproof, we think that in an environment, in a living environment, quietness is very, very important. We love our kids around us that are noisy, but we like to come home in a peaceful environment. And we are proud to say that we have invented the quietest floor on the market. We've done tests of all our competitors in professional labs. Very proud to say that our unique technology now is able to make a much quieter hard surface. And I think this may actually become the next buzzword of our industry.
Thomas, you obviously have a Belgian accent. That's where you were born. You came over here. You're actually celebrating a little bit of an anniversary. I'd like to mention that real briefly. It was 30 years ago that you flew over here to start working for Carl Buchart as a Beaulieu of America employee, right?
Yeah, it's exactly 1 week. It's going to be 30 years. In 1991, when I arrived here, when I was inspired by great people working for Beaulieu of America. Carl Buchart, Thomas Buchart, Pete Dusche, and his whole team. Extremely inspiring people. And from there, we've been able to be inspired to do our own things, but still with a very great relationships and gratitude to all these people.
Well, this is very impressive, and I wanted to make sure we told the rest of the world that you're going to be a major factor now and in the future. So again, been talking to Thomas Baert, the president of CFL, here in Adairsville, Georgia, at his new factory, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.